I will issue a warrant for your arrest if you refuse to attend in person.
Can you please stop referring to me as a defendant?
Ms. Christian, I got to tell you, I don't know what in the heck you're talking about.
Because I really don't want to have to file claims and ruin people's lives and ruin their jobs because they're not upholding my constitutional rights as a woman, not a defendant. I am a woman only. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. That's it. Not defendant. I don't want to file claims. I'm trying very hard, and I've been trying hard to not do that. But I guess if we got to keep going, that's my next step, and I will file proper claims.
All right, guys. Today's hearing is about to get real intense. We've got a full-blown Karen and a sovereign citizen all rolled into one chaotic individual. As you saw in the first few seconds, she goes completely off the rails, starts yelling, threatening the court, you name it. But the judge, total pro, shuts her down instantly with zero tolerance for the nonsense. Seriously, how do people like this think they can pull this kind of stuff off in a courtroom? It's like watching someone try to argue with gravity. And the wild part? I think she actually thought she got away with it at the end, but I won't spoil it. Let's dive in and watch this sovereign citizen get absolutely wrecked by a no-nonsense judge. You're not going to want to miss this.
All right, good morning, Ms. Christensen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good morning. We are back on the record in the 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Presqu'île. And Ms. Christensen, although you're appearing from your home, for convenience sake, it might not feel like a court hearing, but it is a court hearing. So I'm going to ask you to please remove your hat.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Okay, thank you. All right, so as we begin the hearing, just like last time, I'm required each time to remind you that you do have the right to the assistance of a lawyer if you wish. And that includes the right to a lawyer at public expense if you were indigent, and that you've previously waived that right and wish to represent yourself. And so I guess I want to ask you again, do you reaffirm that you'd like to represent yourself in this matter, or would you like to have a lawyer?
No, I would like to self-govern, and I stand on my paperwork.
Okay, so what we have today, you did file 4 written notices that asked for some type of relief, and we had adjourned the hearing to today for any argument on that. So the prosecutor has had a chance to review them. So Ms. Christensen, you say that you stand by the paperwork, and that's fine. I do have the paperwork in front of me. Is there any argument that you'd want to make on your behalf right now to me in support of those claims, or do you wish to just rely on the written pleadings you filed?
It is my wish to stand on my paperwork.
Okay. Mr. Radsbaum, do the people have any argument in opposition to those 4 notices?
Your Honor, I've reviewed the paperwork, and I guess while she may not recognize or honor the state of the law, I don't believe that there's any relief that's recognized under law that would allow you to dismiss this case against her based on what she's alleged in the paperwork. I fail to see it.
Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Christensen, now I'm going to make a ruling on the notices, which I'm construing as some motion or request for relief. And I've got a written order that I'll enter. I'll read it at this point. Defendant, who at this point in the case is representing herself, has filed 4 handwritten notices. These notices appear to seek relief in one form or another. As to the first notice, defendant asserts that she is a woman and not a defendant. The court finds that Angela Christensen is both a woman.
Honestly, how is this not embarrassing for these sovereign citizens? Like, seriously, how can someone sit there, look a judge in the eye, and spout this kind of nonsense with a straight face? It's so obvious what's going on here. This woman is just trying to squirm her way out of the charges by pretending the law doesn't apply to her. Newsflash: if you're caught committing a crime, you don't get to just deny reality and expect to walk away. There are real legal consequences for this kind of stunt. And the whole "I'm not a woman" or "I don't recognize your authority" bit. Come on. We all see what's happening here. I don't know about you, but sometimes it feels like the whole legal system is just spinning in circles. Like, how did we even get here? And the worst part? It seems like these people do get away with it sometimes. Cases get delayed over and over, and then judges just dismiss them to save time and taxpayer money. But hey, maybe I'm just ranting. What do you guys think so far? Let me know in the comments. And with that, let's get back into it and watch just how far this mess goes.
Seeks relief, such relief is denied. As to the second notice, defendant demands that any man or woman with a claim against her appear and present such claim in open court. To the extent that this notice seeks to invoke defendant's right to confront her accusers, this court will enforce that right. However, the right of confrontation does not require the complaining witnesses to appear at all pretrial hearings, but only the trial or any necessary evidentiary hearings. So to the extent that this notice seeks to require the appearance of any complaining witnesses at all pretrial hearings, such relief is denied. As to the third notice, defendant asserts that this court lacks authority over her and that only her creator has that authority. Without gainsaying the authority of the creator, it can be noted that religious traditions commonly recognize that the creator has instituted human authority as well. In this matter, the people of the state of Michigan, through ratifying the 1963 state constitution, as well as its predecessor constitutions, have established this court and its authority. The people of the state of Michigan, through their elected representatives, have established laws that apply in this court. And the people of this county have elected this judge to serve in this office. And this court has subject matter over this felony prosecution and has personal jurisdiction over this defendant. Any relief sought by this notice is denied. As to the fourth notice, defendant claims that this court and the government exist only because she allows them to exist. To the extent that this assertion reiterates the proposition that our constitutional republic is founded on the consent of the governed, such proposition is axiomatic as a general matter. However, this proposition does not require that the government must obtain consent or permission from each individual person before exerting governmental authority over that person. Such an idea is nonsense and would result not in a constitutional republic, but in anarchy. This defendant's views would render all the criminal laws null and void, which is legally and practically absurd. Therefore, any relief sought by this notice is also denied. All right, so Ms. Christensen, all of the claims and papers that you have filed, I have found to be lacking in legal and factual merit, and I have denied any such relief. And I'm entering a
That's fine. Can you please stop referring to me as a defendant? And I guess the next step will be, I guess I got to do the actual filing of the claims if you're going to deny all of those.
No, those, I don't know what claims you're talking about. You filed some claims or notices or requests.
No, I did not even file my claims yet. I did notices. I did not file my claims yet. I've been putting that off because I really don't want to have to file claims and ruin people's lives and ruin their jobs because they're not upholding my constitutional rights as a woman, not a defendant. I am a woman only. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. I, woman Angela. That's it. Not defendant. I'm not.
All that yapping and research she did, and the judge just says, denied. You can literally see her brain scrambling, trying to come up with any excuse using what's left of her last 2 brain cells. It's honestly almost painful to watch. Then, out of nowhere, she claims she's not even a defendant. Like, seriously? It's like these sovereign citizens have this goated tactic they pull out of thin air to try and distance themselves from the charges. But here's the thing, it's not going to work. It never has worked. The law is pretty clear, at least to me. You can't just pretend you're not who you are to avoid responsibility. At this point, I honestly don't know what it would take to get these sovereign citizens out of our courtrooms. My only real idea? Just put all of them on one island with 0 laws or rules and see how well that works out for them. What do you guys think about that? Drop your thoughts below. But don't go anywhere. She's about to get even crazier.
And legalese, yes, but I am a woman. So do we need to do trial by jury when we can do my claims and file my court with your court at the same time? Because that's going to be my next step, to file claims against everybody involved in this case. Because there is no verified claim, and complaints and claims are 2 different things. I don't want to file claims. I'm trying very hard and I've been trying hard to not do that. But I guess if we got to keep going, that's my next step. And I will file proper claims with the proper people and the insurancing for the bonding. So I don't know what you want to do at this point. And I really don't want to have to do that.
Ms. Kristen, I got to tell you, I don't know what in the heck you're talking about. You're talking
know.
nonsense. So here's the thing. I am not going to relinquish my authority in this case. I'm not. All right. The prosecutor's office can dismiss the case. They're choosing not to. So that means we do have to go forward to a jury trial unless you want to plead guilty. All right. But what I'm also going to do is your ramblings here today and at previous hearings, and after I reviewed your written notices, it's clear to me that you have no concept of the legal and factual issues at stake. And
I would never know anything about legalese because I never went to school to do the legalese. So I don't understand that part.
All right, you're illustrating my next point, and you have no respect for the authority of the court. You continue to interrupt me and such, and file these nonsense claims. So I am hereby withdrawing my consent for you to represent yourself. I'm referring this matter to the Office of Assigned Counsel for appointment. So any papers you file in this case, I will reject because they have to be filed.
Well, I don't accept that offer, and I do not require you to give me any court-appointed attorney, and I will self-govern because that is my right. I don't want an attorney. I don't do legalese. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. I'm trying to be very decent.
Well,
I stand on my paperwork and I'll do the rest of my paperwork. I will keep doing it, and now I'm going to file my claims. So that's fine. But no, I don't need no legal counsel. I refuse that offer. I do not accept that offer. I'm sorry. With all due respect to you, I don't accept that.
well, Ms. Christensen, it wasn't an offer. So we are scheduling this next for a docket call on February 14th at 10:30 in the morning. And I'll refer it to the Office of Assigned Counsel for you to have an attorney at that hearing. You are no longer allowed to represent yourself in this matter, and you will be in person in my courtroom at that date and time.
I'm sorry, but I cannot be there. I can do it via Zoom, and I don't accept that offer either unless you want to compensate me for my gas and my time. Because I can't do that. I can't even afford to. Sorry.
Ms. Christensen, it's not an offer. I want to have you here because you've expressed such disregard for the proceedings. I want to have you here so you can meet your attorney. Ms. Christensen, stop interrupting me. It's not an offer. You will be here, or I will issue a warrant for your arrest if you refuse to attend in person. All right, we'll see you February 14th, or I'll issue a warrant for your arrest.
You seriously can't make this stuff up. Check out this screenshot of the invoice she tried sending to the court. Get this. It's for $86,000 just for traveling to her second court appearance. Like what? Who actually does that? It's insane. This lady isn't your typical rude Karen. She's full-on sovereign citizen level chaos. I swear, she's like the final boss of all sovereign citizens. No one else has ever leveled up to this kind of nonsense. It's almost impressive, almost. But real talk, I really respect how the judge handled this. Calm, collected, didn't let her pull any of her stunts. Honestly, he showed her who's boss. You gotta respect that because a lot of judges these days just can't keep it together with people who think the rules don't apply to them. This judge? He kept it professional and laid down the law like a pro. Major respect. So, what do you guys think? Was the judge too harsh? Or did he handle it perfectly? And honestly, this lady threatening the judge? She's gotta be out of her mind. If you want more content like this, drop a comment with your thoughts or recommendations. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new stuff every day, so stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody.